Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Bone podcast, where we discuss all things crypto markets. That includes the majors like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, meme coins, and of course, NFTs. Today, we're going to discuss crypto's pump ahead of the Fed decision later today. We're going to talk about a big day for crypto adoption in the banking sector, and we're going to talk about a red hot ICO season. If you're listening over on X, on Twitter, give us a like, give us a comment, bookmark, retweet, push us out there in the algorithm. Really appreciate each and every interaction you give us on this Twitter space. If you're listening on YouTube, drop a comment. What do you want to talk about today? What are you trading? Are you getting into any of these ICOs? Did you get into the wet ICO? That thing is absolutely pumping. If you're listening over on Zora, where we're now broadcasting each and every day, let us know you're here. Let us know which Zora tokens you are trading. Zora up on the day, Jesse up on the day, some other interesting tokens in that ecosystem I have been watching as well. I'm joined here today by Kix and Easy. Kix, it's been about a week. How you feeling? I like the hat.
Thanks, man. Feeling pretty good. Got my first golf lesson ever yesterday. It was phenomenal. Haven't been on Twitter in 2 days. Haven't been on Hyperliquid in 2 days. I'm excited to.
Kix, did your golf lesson guy say you should get a polio shot because that's what your swing looks like?
I actually told him that joke. He laughed. I said I can't wait to golf again with my buddy down in Florida because last time he saw me golf, he said my drive looked like I was a polio victim, and he got a good chuckle out of that one.
Some of my better ones.
Looks bad, Kix.
Yeah, no, he really helped me out in a big way, and he's like, "Yeah, we're going for a Dustin Johnson swing because like once he started to fix my swing, he's like, your swing looks very much like Dustin Johnson." But he got me sitting in my butt more. And
he's got you squatting down
more. Yeah, like knees, like working the knees, not locking the back knee, really getting the hips moving.
Nice. Little inside to outside swing instead of inside to inside.
Yeah, no, well, I fixed my inside, I swing inside out, but I was having to like set up my feet for a draw, so like I was pushing a lot to the right, and now I'm in a straight stance and I'm hitting it flat. But yeah, that's my swing, but just way worse. But
this is in the video of you swinging right now.
I mean, that's kind of what
Barkley's swing.
That's kind of what my swing was looking like, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Pull up Charles Barkley's swing, and I think that's the most accurate representation of what it looked like at first.
You see that? You see those forearms?
Yeah, those are some arms. Yeah, that left one should do.
Actually, you know what's funny? I have a recording of my swing. If you get a lesson on a TrackMan,
they record everything.
Yeah, it's sick.
Dude, this is the most unreal drive I think I've ever seen. How's he have?
He can't hit the ball far.
Yeah, like how's he have any power? He stops himself like a foot from the ball and then like starts his swing again. This is
His
wild.
Practice swing's way smoother.
I don't understand it. I don't.
Well, okay, into the show.
Now we're gonna talk golf for a full hour today.
Don't tempt me.
Tempt me with a good time now.
When's your next teed up trades, Kix?
I was trying to do it last week with Easy, but I fucked up and I didn't order the simulator. I think we're booked the simulator. I think we're gonna try for next week. You want to see my polio swing?
That'll work.
Oh wow, we have live swing here.
Oh, nice. 223 carry, 244. Pretty. 140 ball speed is nice. You got to get your apex is a little low though.
Apex a little low, but look, so we're getting the knees, the hips moving here.
It's a very nice backswing.
Good rotation right here. Club's still behind. We're moving the hips. Good drop. Getting that. Good
footwork there too.
And no, that's a
very front toe kicked out a little.
Yeah, he's trying to get my feet moving more. I kind of roll my foot instead of.
Your face is coming through very clean though, only minus less than a degree.
Oh yeah.
So you're keeping the club face extremely flat, which is really good.
Oh yeah, I was having some good drive.
Oh, let's see that one the club path 3.1.
Where is that?
Down at the bottom, number 11.
Rat row.
Hit the ball 171. Let's see what this looks like.
For anyone just listening, you're watching live TrackMan footage of Kix.
Oh, that's not even that bad.
Yeah, just probably face angle was just
Terrible. 5 degrees off.
Yeah.
5 degrees to the outside. So you probably sliced the shit out of it.
Yeah, but you look at it. I mean, at the end, he's getting
This is sweet.
he's getting my like, I was hitting a couple 7 irons, like 177, 175. Gave me some good drills too. So
That's sweet.
It was
Stick
nice.
drills?
Stick drills. Also things like because I wasn't putting the weight on my front foot enough. So like he was having me actually drop my right foot back and like sit on my toes to force like all my weight on my front foot.
I'm getting like massive FOMO about getting a golf simulator in my garage. I just set up our like workout setup, and there's still room. Like I really want to get a
I mean, it's the time of the year to do it.
Yeah, it's cold out.
It's worth it.
It's like a nice little exercise too. Like you get you'd be surprised.
Bro, you can swing the club fucking 400 times in 2 hours. Like it takes me 45 minutes to play 18.
Wait, you don't simulate it? You don't walk out of the simulator, walk 50 yards out, walk 50 yards back to simulate.
I open the garage in between every shot to get the steps and come back. Yeah.
I have a dream for a golfing simulator where you have a cart lady and she's basically on a railroad track. So there's like 8 sims and she just goes around like on a little cart that's on a railroad track and like comes by like, hey, you guys need anything?
Really like that. We've got a lot to talk about today. Kicks, how about we do a little weather report and then we'll jump into the crypto stuff and unfortunately out of this golf.
That's fine, dude. We got to do it, coach. Ladies and gentlemen, today is Wednesday, December 10th. The majors are up across the board with Bitcoin over 92K, Ethereum up 7% to 3,300, Solana at 137, Hype just under $29. Over the past 24 hours, crypto markets rallied with Bitcoin briefly breaking over 94K. Over 60 billion was added to the crypto market cap on the day. Next up, it was a huge day for crypto adoption in the banking sector. PNC launched direct Bitcoin trading powered by Coinbase. The OCC confirmed that banks can act as intermediaries for crypto transactions. And Michael Saylor listed at least 6 banks that are now issuing credits against Bitcoin holdings. Finally, Polymarket has a 25 bips rate cut at 97% ahead of the FOMC decision today. All eyes will be on Jerome Powell and what he signals going forward. After today's 2 p.m. rate cut, I'm sure it's going to be an electric day on the mention markets as well. That's it for the weather report. Back to you in the studio.
Excellent weather report as always, Kicks. For those who didn't tune in yesterday, Easy, what do you like in the Powell mention market today?
There's a few no's I like. I'm up on a few things because yesterday we shared. I like no on Trump. I'm a big no sorry trader, even though if he coughs or does anything, he says, pardon me, sorry. But I like that. I always take it. I don't know why. I put a small position on that. I like yes on weakening if I can get filled. Haven't gotten filled. No on pause.
There's a 68-cent fill here for a little bit of money right now on weekend.
Yeah, I want to take that on. And I have tariff 13 plus times now. I'm mostly on no's. Powell's very to the book. It's nothing like the fucking Trump rally last night. I can tell you that much.
That was all over the place. I was looking at that this morning because I saw it came out that during the speech, Trump said, like, tariff is my favorite word. And that's like the only market that resolved to no was tariff 15.
He said it 13 times. Yeah, 13 times. And he started the rally saying it 8 times. So the odds like surged, which was crazy to watch. And then he went on an inflation rant. I mean, he said Joe Biden like 15 times, I think 19 times. That one was free money. I was on the yes for that. I was on the no for China 5+ times, which caught me off guard. Because there was one rant, he said it 7 times over like 6 words. I don't know how he double said it once, but he did. Trump hit all in one sentence where he mentioned Laura Trump like 3 or 4 times in one sentence. So that one hit like very, very quickly. World Cup was no. No, NVIDIA and General Motors was no. I know you didn't like that one.
I didn't like that one at all. You crushed that.
And that hit. I was right about that one, which felt good. The Dell Stellantis one was the crazy one because Dell hit when he said Michael Dell. It was trading at 16 cents And then he brought up the funding for newborns and thanked Michael Dell in that hit. So I was watching it. I watched the whole thing. He should have ended that rally like 3 or 4 times. He did like basically a closing speech and then would immediately go on another rant. There was one point where he was like thanking everybody and it was like everyone was getting fired up. They started chanting MAGA. And then he looks in the audience, points at a guy and goes, "You look just like The Rock." I was like, what are we doing here? Like, what the fuck is going on? And then after like a few more seconds, he's like, honestly, The Rock should look like you. And then goes back to his rant. I was like, this is the craziest thing I've ever witnessed in my life. And we're going to get a lot more of these with the rally market, which I think you gotta pay some level of attention to. It's going to be pretty crazy, to be honest, just how downright absurd it'll all be. But yeah, I'm excited for the FOMC today. Powell trades significantly more consistently with the speeches that he does. So I'm pretty excited for that. Dissenter was one I liked earlier, but it looks like we're not going to have anybody dissent from a 25 bips cut today. The big thing I've been watching, though, is weakening. I like because of the weakening job market. So I believe he'll mention that. Layoffs. If layoffs hits, weakening will hit, in my opinion. So you have like these two byproduct markets where one's 67, one's 81. Which I kind of like those types of markets. Pandemic, I do think hits. It's tough. Shutdown will probably get hit just because this is the first FOMC back since that. But yeah, I like no on Trump a lot. That's my like free money one. I got filled at a decent fill. I think I'm in like 87 cents, which is near the money right now, I guess. But 90 cents has most of the liquidity. He just never says the names, so I don't really care about that and like taking the swing. I think inflation 60 plus times is a no, but 50 plus times is a yes. So you can walk a fine line there if you want to really gamble on something.
Inflation. Well,
he just mentions it so much, and like looking at past transcripts, it's kind of tough to say if he's going to increase or decrease that, just because we didn't have a November one. So like. We had since the government shut down.
Is his meeting longer? Does he have to cover more?
No. When you look back to 2020, when the shutdown happened then too, it didn't change pace. It's still an hour with a 30-minute QA.
I like it. It's a man of consistency.
It's the most consistent market. That's why I really like these ones. Yeah, he averages 52 times saying inflation. He said it 51 times on the October 27th and 53 times before that. He has not broken 60 this year. Or since September. 53, 51 have been the last two. So I do like that a lot.
40 plus feels pretty nice as like a risk-free almost.
Yeah, I think 40 plus is going to hit. Like you could middle with over 40 and under 60.
Let's take a wider swing. So
yeah.
Over 40, under 60. Yeah, I mean, you're taking almost the same odds on each of those.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the most important mention market today is the Taylor Swift on the Late Show.
Yeah.
Look at that volume, dude.
500
future finance right there.
Dollars in volume.
If you want another market too, I think it's where is that? Employment, unemployment 20 plus times. I think that's going to hit as well. That one feels like a yes, just because job market's going to be a very hot topic. He said it 31 times in October and 46 times in September. So 20 plus feels free.
Do we have employment data?
Yeah, we do now.
I saw like the PPI and stuff. They're being released like in January for October instead of like not released at all. So that'd be interesting.
Yeah. Tariff, by the way, 14 times in October and 8 times in September.
No is kind of tempting there because you got to think like tariffs have been digested. He's not going to like over.
Trump did not say it 15 plus times in his rally. I do not think Powell will beat Trump in how many times tariff is mentioned.
Tariffs aren't cool anymore, you know?
No.
Drone
and it's also
strikes are
Trump's
cool.
favorite word, and he could not even say it 15 plus times. So
Rate
that's why I
cool.
lean on the no.
AI is cool.
So I'm no on AI, artificial intelligence, 3 plus times. He said it once the last 2 times, only during QA.
Be like a 1x market, right? Where you just had to say it one time. Now we're up to 3 times.
That's why it's a 1x market, and it's usually in Q&A. It'll still probably be the hot button topic for like a couple questions.
Why is it a 1x market, but it says 3 plus times? Explain that to me.
Because the previous 2 markets, it was one time. It was just once.
that he said
It
it.
just said, and it hit in October and September. So
And
then
now they're
increased.
making it 3+ times instead of going to 2.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you just got to worry about, I guess, a QA where
Multiple QA questions. That's the bigger thing.
or just one where he says it 3 times, but he's not a Trump. He's not a
He
rambler.
doesn't say it 3 times. He'll say it once per like response. He's very Powell is very consistent. The main concern that I have with that market and why I'm like, I didn't take a big position on it was purely because of the job market. And if it gets correlated to the job market weakening, do they blame AI for it or say that AI's impact is the cause?
Yeah, exactly. What about layoffs?
So I like layoff, but I also like pause, by the way. Pause was said once in October because of a question about will they pause in December? Since I think that one feels like fairly decent on the no.
Yeah, that's interesting too, especially if they're trying to get context like going into early next year. Like since you cut today, are you thinking about pausing in January or Q1 or?
Which he might not say it. He might say we don't have the data to properly make a decision because he normally doesn't say if they're going to pause or not pause.
So like the questionnaire can ask something about a pause. He could not mention pause in the response.
Yep. And we've seen him do that with a variety of different topics where he's like, Powell's very conscious on the word choice. Like I said, he said it in the context of the FOMC, but it was in regards to a question in which his response was the last 2 meetings, there was a sense from some let's pause here kind of thing and a sense from others wanting to go ahead, which was in regards to the dissent that they had in October. So if you don't have a dissent market, the likelihood of him mentioning pause is much lower. And dissent is trading all the way down at 14%. So if there's no dissenter for this market, then pause most likely does not get mentioned. It's correlated markets. So if dissenter gets hit, pause will get hit. So like if I wanted to hedge this, I would take yes on dissenter and no on pause, or vice versa. Yes on pause, no on dissenter.
But you can not even if there is a dissenter, he has to say dissenter.
Yeah. Yeah. But usually if there is one, he does say it.
Okay.
Is there really not going to be a dissenter? Like it's normally been like fairly contested, these cuts.
But for context, by the way, when he said pause, it got brought up that the October 2 dissents. That was the only time he said dissent or dissenter. So I actually like dissenter no because he said dissent, but the October market, there was 2 dissents. September, there was none. I don't anticipate a dissent here personally. Yeah, because it seems like it's a pretty glaring play.
But there's been a dissent the last 3 times. It's been Steven Moran on both of them.
There was 2 in October.
A higher cut.
Yeah. And there was actually 2 in October.
Yeah, and Jeffrey said maintain the rate. I don't know. I'd say you could. Seems pretty decent that one of them would stay, like say, hey, we should have a higher
dissent. He didn't bring it up in September or August. But when there was 2, it got brought up. So you're basically playing a market where
betting on 2 dissenters.
Yes. So that's like how I play it. Like I said, Powell's so consistent with what he talks about that when the news comes out, because you get what the cut's going to be before FOMC, you can adjust these lines. So like that's the nice edge.
What about this? Sun's setting a little earlier in the wintertime. What if he comes out with a good evening?
So that's an interesting one. He said good afternoon every market since he's fucking started.
Yeah, well, it's 97%. Has he had 97 FOMCs?
Fuck it, I'm putting $1,000 on no good afternoon. We either make it all back with him being pissed off or we don't.
Make 50 grand.
I'd wait to save the no until the last one before he's gone.
Because he may say like, this is the last one. Or something.
Oh yeah, he'll come up and be like, "It's been a good journey with you all."
Yeah, something like that. I'd be interested to see that. We have a couple requests from the audience. Person of the year for time. AI.
Yeah, that's okay.
9%.
I'm guessing
38% yesterday.
I'm guessing because I did some research and on every single Monday, Time released their short list. I'm guessing that they did that again and that surged AI when it was
hasn't released yet.
No, the short list
hasn't released yet.
Interesting. That's unusual.
That's why I think
late.
no, it normally comes out sometime today or tomorrow, the 10th or 11th.
Mm,
And then
AI,
time normally drops the person of the year, the 11th to 13th.
AI told me it's been every Monday for a while.
Yeah. I mean,
no across the board here. They're not going to do a short list.
so they might not. And if they don't, that's why Pope Leo absolutely tanked. Look at these tanks. There's an argument that they might not, because the time person of the year could be the AI architects or architects of AI, which would be Jensen Huang, Sam Altman, so Elon.
It's not Donald Trump.
Honestly, Benjamin Netanyahu seems like an absolute shoo-in.
Yeah, it seems like maybe we got like a little bit of a leak. Like it's known.
It seems like a leak because last night is when this really ran.
Yeah, like they probably made the decision.
Yeah, and someone got in, which is why at 70% I tailed it. I was like, yeah, let's just tail this.
Yeah, I don't mind that tail because I asked AI. It said that they've over the past 10 years they've picked like a non-person. They've picked like a thing. Like during the Me Too movement, they picked like, you know, the Me Tooers. So they've done it multiple times in the past. Also, the no on the Pope was a good no because based on previous times, they've picked the Pope when there was like Pope controversy, not the Pope just getting elected.
Well, this was just the short list for Pope. You're saying like the person of the year or the short list?
Person of the year. Because he was like up to like 30, I thought, at one point in time.
Yep.
See, that's where you can have the edge.
Not Pope Francis. He died. The other Pope. A living Pope. Pope Leo.
R.I.P. Pope Francis. On God.
Yeah, he was like up there for a while.
Interesting. And then one more request from the YouTube commenters. SpongeBob opening weekend box office. Any thoughts here?
What are the
energy says over?
What is the how much money they do opening weekend? Oh, those are low. Those are low. Does opening weekend include buying on TV? I've always wondered that.
There's ambiguity. So there needs to be confirmed final numbers.
Here's the thing. I'll tell you what. You're going if you're doing movie markets, you're going into a Shark Tank. Let me just tell you. There are people that are really fucking good at this shit. So unless you really think you got some sort of edge, I'd bet the favorite.
You don't trade against the movie nerds.
Yeah.
You don't trade against the movie nerds. They're sickos.
I tried once. Remember that movie? What was that movie?
You don't the fucking one where your wife came out and was like,
yeah, dude.
This movie looks great.
I took the under, and then Tyriel's like, yeah, my wife's going out with like literally within the next like I take the under 2 to 3 hours later. Tyriel's like, yeah, my wife's going out with her girlfriends to see that movie this weekend. And then I go downstairs and my wife's like, this new movie's coming out. Like, I really want to see it in theaters. I'm like, fuck.
It's very, very poor timing.
Very poor timing. Here's the thing with that kind of stuff. The tricky thing with the SpongeBob movie, it's not cool amongst the kids anymore. So you're looking for like a nostalgia millennial want to go see it. I ain't seeing that shit.
I'm good.
Now, could people roll a nice joint and on Friday night pay $20 to watch this at home? And if that counts, you know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they use for the how the sites tabulate box office. So I'd have to look into that. But like you said, if you're following the favorites, 42% on over 24 million. That's what
I take that.
Spenergy said.
I take the favorite.
He says it's literally top 3 shows 2025. Idiot.
That's right on target for him.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if he didn't say it that way. Usually that's what I say when I get people's advice. Hey, what do you think about this? And then they talk about it and I'm like, you're wrong, idiot.
Unbelievable. He just shows up every day too, just to call us idiots. It's kind of endearing almost.
I respect it.
It's some dedication and consistency. While we're talking about Polymarket, some really cool news in terms of overall adoption, flipping some of the entrenched competitors in site visits. Above DraftKings and FanDuel now, sitting at number 3, right behind Coinbase and Robinhood. So,
couple things here. Things here. Everyone goes to the app for FanDuel and DraftKings. So,
yeah, that's fair.
Polymarket, very much. I mean, they don't have an app for a lot of people, right? So you gotta go to use it. But like, that's actually like a thing that, like, I don't know. Like, I always use DraftKings and FanDuel on my app, but like Polymarket, Coinbase, Robinhood, I use on my computer way more. Not knocking Polymarket, big Polymarket fan here. But just saying.
I feel like I would prefer to trade on Polymarket on a desktop. I feel like there's a different sort of trading for prediction markets than there is for gambling markets.
Okay, so
that's in, like, I might be out and about on my phone somewhere, but with Polymarket, since it isn't gambling, you're doing more research based at your computer, you know?
Yeah. Well, can I tell you what period of day is Tiriel's highest win rate?
Yes.
On the toilet taking his morning shit.
Really?
Oh yeah. He's hit some heaters. He just sits on there because he's just, pure flow state, It's not overthinking things.
Interesting. Yeah, so maybe numbers skewed a bit, but interesting to see. I mean, still big numbers.
I mean, that's still big. Yeah, don't get me wrong. That's very big. Yeah, Polymarket's doing great. Kalshi's doing great. I think it's awesome to see both of them win. And if you really want to piss people off on the timeline, just tell them that prediction markets are not gambling. You'll see incredible engagement.
I mean, they're gambling.
Nope. Shut up.
No, you're wrong.
Calculated assessment of risk-taking probability.
Here's the thing. Stock options are not gambling just because a lot of people gamble on stock options. There's a very important nuance there. People can gamble on things that aren't gambling. That's my personal opinion. People disagree. Also,
I bet that you gamble on Polymarket.
Me?
Yeah, I would take that bet that you do gambling on Polymarket.
As a personal
only gambling.
Occasionally, yeah. Like, will Taylor Swift get pregnant in 2025? Why not throw 70 on that?
Honestly, full port it.
But I said to people, I was like, Robinhood in February, 30% of its volume was 0 DTE options. Is Robinhood a gambling company? And I got about 150 comments saying yes.
It's also the most used finance app and increasing day over day for Gen Z users, but I digress.
I'm surprised this one didn't get more engagement. I was kind of triggered on this one.
If you want to trigger someone, send them that picture, dude. It'll get under their skin.
Moving on from the prediction markets, we had a big day for ETFs.
Thank you, Ways of Blank.
A number of ETFs and products were launched. We have 21 Capital trading on the New York Stock Exchange. Jack Mallers is talking on the media circuit about buying more Bitcoin. We had Bitwise finally released their 10 crypto index fund. This is one that's been coming out for a while. 10 different cryptocurrencies are included in this one: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Cardano, Chainlink, Litecoin, Sui, AVA, and Polkadot there. So this is now trading live. You can get a basket of crypto exposure. Some interesting inclusions.
Cool. I could buy like 2 things I want and a bunch of shit I don't.
Yeah, but I think this is, I doubt this is targeting people who are like very crypto savvy. It's like, okay, let's give me a little bit of everything.
Give me a basket, dude. I want some rotting apples and some fresh apples and some oranges in there. Hey, do you think Pio's a little nervous that ETH's outperforming Bitcoin?
I don't think that Pio would ever admit to being nervous about anything Bitcoin related ever.
Because I'm just saying, like, he talked a lot of shit on the timeline to me about ETH, saying ETH will never outperform Bitcoin ever again, ever.
Well, I don't think you're going to be able to win this argument because he's just going to say zoom out 100 times.
I love Theo, dude. He's the
opposite of
real man.
enhance.
Hey, have you looked at the MACD on the Bitcoin Weekly? Maybe I was a little aggressive on my timeline, but it is working up directionally.
We're looking at weekly MACD for Bitcoin. I mean, you said over the next 90 days. So, I mean,
ooh, look at your lines, your resistant lines. Very interesting.
this one,
Like that's like you're like ranging.
I said, I was like, I think there's a scenario where we range between these levels for a while.
Yeah. Interesting.
But we're smack dab up against that right here.
Yep.
That's where we pulled back.
Is it just a line or is it actual resistance? Stay tuned.
Yep, we'll continue to watch. We got this little band here that we drew. But we are dipping into this this light red territory of the MACD.
Like
Last time we dipped there, we saw
exactly.
a pretty substantial run to new all-time highs.
Yeah.
So,
I would be surprised if Bitcoin doesn't get to at least right below 104 grand.
is this today's candle with the FOMC and maybe some good news, dovish news?
100% could be. What's more important for me is if Fartcoin goes to 70 cents off the news.
Fartcoin had a bit of a rally off the bottom here. Wow. Did I draw that or did I do that after the fact?
Look at that weekly curl, dude. It just wants to fucking go, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, if anything, we've almost established this 225 mil as a absolute bidding floor for Fartcoin.
Mm-hmm. The double tap. Yeah, 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks, and this thing's going to go to 70 cents for me.
I think we could get all the way up to 90.
I like it.
Previous support.
Inject into my veins, please.
Yeah, at some point, people are going to say, I want to 2x my investment around 75 cents. I think we'll see some resistance there.
Hey, you know Tyrael hit twice in 1 week, no on dunk for 50x.
Absolutely insane.
For what?
No on dunk during an NBA game.
Really?
Yeah. Because he said like sometime earlier this year, he saw that like dunk didn't hit one time. And he like just stored it in the memory bank. And then like this week he decided to rip a no on dunk, hit it for a 50x, and then ran it back for like a 40-50x a week later.
Is he like picking games strategically or?
He doesn't share the method to his madness, but he is number 3 all-time mention market P&L on Kalshi now. 52K profit.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. On the weekly 5 grand. I would like to make 5 grand a week. Because he is gambling, LOL. Well, I mean, I think you're up 52 grand over a large sample size. Maybe you're not
Really
gambling.
good gambler.
But I don't know. What do I know? He's been trading mention markets for over a year now. He has a whole formula, models, researches them heavily. But yeah, will he occasionally do a funny thing like no on dunk? Yeah, he's a good gambler. That's not gambling. Gambling
it's quality research, analytics, and data-driven outcomes.
You know who's a really good gambler then? Warren Buffett, man. Hell of a gambler, dude.
No, he's just a fucking idiot. Dude's been sitting cash and missed the entire NVIDIA run. Fucking idiot. Missed the whole Robinhood run. Fucking idiot.
Tyrael's 0x Tyrael. Like Tyrael from Diablo. Aster versus Hype or ETH versus Gold. I don't know.
What does that mean?
Maybe I'll just like kill myself if Hype goes to 20.
Spenergy in the comments. Tell this Tyrael idiot to port SpongeBob.
I'm sure he's really interested in doing that. Let me go from this area where I have a huge edge and waltz on over here where I got no fucking clue what I'm doing.
I can't find it. I was looking at a Domer clip on X from his interview, talking about the risk-free, quote unquote, risk-free yield from Polymarket being, 10% plus. I'm super interested. I kind of want to I think I might
mean by that?
Employ like a risk-free strategy where I try to find anything between like 2 to 4% edge that should be resolving in the next 48 hours.
The Phillip Rivers market at 90% right now.
See, that's not risk-free though.
Why? The Colts have already said they're signing him to the practice squad. Ian Rappaport shared yesterday it's happening.
So I don't like, could he fail a physical? Like, that's like when I'm talking risk-free, I'm really talking like risk-free. Like,
this is exactly what you said. Something 2 to 3% resolving soon.
this is 7%, and I don't know if this is risk-free.
What do you mean by 7%? 98 to 100 is 7%.
93% is what it's sitting at.
Look at the word.
Oh, no, I'm looking.
Go on X and search Phillip Rivers. Colts signed 44-year-old Phillip Rivers to the practice squad 1 day ago. The only reason it hasn't officially confirmed is because they're only using the transaction wire site, and that hasn't updated for the signing.
Will it update in the next 4 days?
Huh?
Will it update in the next 4 days?
Depends if you can find the person that's responsible for doing that, and you can get them to stall out to make a nice 10x.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm looking for things that almost have resolved, or like this. See, like, there's risk here. That's why this is a little bit of a spread. 7%.
Yeah, but you're also saying that the thing at 3% chance doesn't have risk, like the 97%.
I'm looking for things
have.
with much less risk.
Okay, but it's not risk free. Risk free would be like a neg risk RBOT. That's the only risk free you can get on Polymarket.
Right.
You're saying I want to gamble on very low risk things and compound those gains.
Correct.
Yeah, I like it.
So I'm going to be employing that strategy and just using it as yield farming / volume farming on the platform.
Yeah, that makes sense. At first, I thought you meant they have some markets, long duration markets, that you get 4% APR just sitting in the market. That's what I thought you meant at first.
No. So like I would be looking at things that are like.
So what Domer was saying is that if you roll your money into like Fed decision in December 97,
Yeah, like this would be an example, yeah, of like something that like this, yeah.
And he's saying if you execute this strategy religiously over a year, you'll get a 10% return.
Correct. But I mean, if you're getting like, so like, if you're getting this kind of value, 3% every time, like you're gonna be upwards of 30 or 40%.
Well, I'm assuming that he's factoring in losses. And so he's saying like, if you execute the strategy and you lose some of the time, because your losses are very punishing, you'll still make out a 10% APR. I'd buy that because basically you're being like a market maker to risk. That's essentially what you're saying. Is you're saying like, I will take on, albeit low levels of risk from people that don't want to carry risk into duration.
Yep.
Yeah, which is like it's right. It's the same APR. Interestingly, the APR that he gave is the same APR on Hyperliquid. If you're on the market maker side, it's interesting, right? It seems that like basically 10% is the number that you get for carrying some sort of low level of risk that you have to like properly manage, right? So like obviously on this, you wouldn't want to like full Kelly these things. You'd want to quarter Kelly them probably to bring your blow up risk to almost
Yeah, you can
zero.
blow up 4 times without.
Yeah. So if you have 10K, you do 2.5 a bet.
Well,
and
no,
you can be in multiple bets at the same time. So it's not like you have 7.5K sitting.
You put 10K in Bitcoin and then you loop it a couple times, borrow up to 40K, and then you put 10K
there.
down.
Now we're talking. But what's your APR on your borrowing? You know, that's where there was no future photography. There was a sports bettor who bet regularly on LeBron making 10 points a game. He was betting 15K to earn 500 each game until the streak ended. He had a sure bet until he didn't. Very good story. I'd say first of all, he would have only had to win 30 times to get plus EV. So if he won 70 times, then he was very plus EV despite losing.
The dude had scored over 10 points every single game for the last like 15 years, dude.
Yeah, so if you made that bet for 15 years, you're definitely up a lot of money. It's kind of like if you just bet Tiger Woods to win every tournament from like 2001 to 2004, you beat the sports book. But what you're trying to say, no future photography, is correct. That markets are usually efficient. Therefore, like, you know, if you are betting on 97% things and they hit 97% of the time, you're making no money. What people are trying to capture with this trade on Polymarket is that you have retail degens that are like buying up the other side, right? And then you also have people that maybe don't want to carry the risk through duration. So the thesis on this trade is that something on Polymarket sitting at 97 is really 99. And so you're capturing that 2-cent difference over the long run. Thoughts on leveraged prediction markets? Some new products are coming out. I think it's easy enough to lose money without leverage on prediction markets. Also, yeah, I wonder. That's tricky, dude. Prediction markets can swing with thin order books very easily, and so like it's an interesting area for sure. But you really would want to like look into like what's my liquidation risk, right? Like remember like 1010 on Hyperliquid. That can happen pretty frequently on like someone could just buy into or sell into an order book and it could wick down 40 cents every 30 seconds. And is that going to liquidate you? I would look into how it works if I was going to use it. Market making on the other side, being the liquidation receiver, could be very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see. Sorry, I'm trying to set up the next topic, and I just completely spaced out on you, Kick. So
no, you're good. We finished on that one. Next topic.
ICOs. Season is heating up for ICOs.
Ooh, I like this.
Yeah, here we go. We had the wet token ICO.
I bought this yesterday. It opened.
Humidify. 5x for pre-sale investors. This thing's sitting at 284 million. What is this, Easy?
It's a DeFi platform.
Okay.
Like
DeFi
more
platform.
or less. Like I don't have a ton of details. I just saw it. It was like none of the max cap was $500. So no pre-sale is like up a ton of money. So I was like, okay, I actually like that.
That's
it means that there's no big whale that's going to nuke on us.
Yeah.
It's trading at 186 mil. I don't feel bad throwing 5 SOL at this and seeing if it 2x's. Then you brought it up this morning that it was absolutely flying. Opened up the trading account, saw that it was up 2x and just nuked the whole bag.
Nice trade. Did this launch on MetaDAO by chance?
No, this is Jupiter.
No.
Launched on Jupiter.
Interesting.
Jupiter stakers had access to this.
That's cool. So Jupe kind of getting into the game a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. We have some new ICOs coming up. 3 that I want to highlight here. Octra, a privacy blockchain launching on Sonar, Kobe's platform.
Okay.
Don't know much about this. Need to dive into it. Rainbow, RNBW, is going to ICO on CoinList. This can be available to U.S. and non-U.S. participants.
Let's go, but U.S. got to lock up for a year.
Yeah. So this one's interesting. Going to be looking at this on CoinList. And then we also have FOGO, who announced their Genesis sale on Metaplex next week from today, next Wednesday. 2% supply here.
This is fun. This is fun. I like this. This is like meme coins, but way slower.
Yeah, and we've been working with FOGO, and we're going to continue to work with them for their kind of go-to-market on this. So we've had some fun playing on their testnet. The Bodoggos are in a competition leaderboard for some of their NFTs that are going to be launching. So we've been playing around. Good UX on this chain, very, very fast. If you were watching last week, Easy was doing fishing. There's a basic fishing game live.
That's fun.
Ponzi type game. Upgrade your boats, go fishing, all of that. That fish token was doing pretty well last time I checked.
How does MetaDAO fit into all this? Sorry to cut you off. Are they like an ICO platform?
MetaDAO is. This one's on Genesis by Metaplex. The other one was Jupiter.
Not this one.
This isn't this one. Yeah, I haven't done anything on MetaDAO.
I'm more so asking because they popped from like 150 to $6, but like if you look at their chart, it's been like ranging. Oh, owned by Paradigm. It's been ranging at this $6 price for like 2 months now. I wonder is it distribution or accumulation? 148 million market cap, fully diluted.
Is it this one here?
Yes.
Token is mintable. 148. Okay. Yeah, I mean, ICO platforms could be an interesting play.
Yeah.
You have things like this. You also have Metaplex with Genesis. Their MPLX token, like,
oh, even cheaper. I can get even more of a discount.
Right. This gets bought up with fees from them as well. And they're also like they're also in like the Launchpad token standard game. So like almost every SPL token that's launched on Solana uses their standard. So they get like fees from that. And they like that's their revenue structure is Launchpad and then fees from all these launches across every single Launchpad right now. So that's another interesting one. We've worked with them in the past. So pretty familiar there. Yeah, I kind of like this. I kind of want to go and make an ICO platform.
Like, basket, ETF it.
Yeah.
Roll out an ETF, just make 2% fees, get rich off that shit.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you have a lot of things that are kind of like adjacent. Like, I guess you could look at like.
Well, I wasn't around during 2018, but I'd assume all these ICOs we're seeing right now, like that was probably like a slow week in 2018. Meaning that there's a lot more stuff that could probably come downstream.
Right. And it's a matter of like who's going to capture that value.
Yeah, exactly.
You see Meteora doing more Launchpad type stuff. This token is pretty much down only since.
Yeah, that token. I was in there for a little bit. I lost money. It's kind of ass. But see, like the thing is on this, like, see, they're like their FDV is 2x, right? Like on a lot of these things, you gotta just be careful on unlocks. Like if I sold my Hyperliquid at 56 before the unlock, right, then I could have bought back at 28.
Yeah. Talking about Hyperliquid, what's going on here, Kicks? Give me a.
I got no clue, man. I am curious if I can, if it does go to like, let's say 25, can I sell Hyperliquid and then buy a different version of the Hyperliquid token? Like realize a loss, you know what I mean, for free.
I think you can just do that with the same token.
Now, have you thought about borrowing against it and leverage trading it on the Time Person of the Year market?
I think Biden got rid of that wash trading in crypto. I'm not sure though. Yeah, Hyperliquid. I mean, it's sitting. The real question is like, you know, how much lower can it go? Previous all-time high was like 28-ish. So you'd think we're closer to the bottom. What's troubling is that ETH and Bitcoin are rebounding and most alts are rebounding, but this is not. In fact, it hasn't painted a light red bar on the MACD versus, you know, Bitcoin's done that. Bitcoin's on its second week now. We definitely know that there's you know, concerns about unlocks and all of that. But like, let's see what the fees are at, you know, daily fees.
Just bring it up. I know that a Telegram NFT platform flipped them in 24-hour revenue.
Oh shit. That's not good. That's really bad. NFT platform flipping them. Oh gosh. Yeah, 24-hour fees, 3 million. I mean, it kind of is in a ugly way. You can kind of see how the price is going down just because their revenue is going down. Like their revenue topped. If you take October 10th, right, out and you say that was a fluke week, then August 24th was their highest fees. They peaked September 15th. So maybe that's not right, but it's not growing.
No,
it's stable.
How about we look at TVL?
TVL's curling back up. Just 10-10 wrecked it, but it looks like it's trying to curl back up a little bit. I know the landscape's getting more competitive, right? I don't want to log in and have to VPN right now, but I'm curious how the
Look at this. Look at this correlation. TVL and revenue.
Yeah,
TVL and price of hype.
Very same.
They're diverging right now though, so maybe some value to be found.
Ooh, look at that. Ray, dude, let's roll up a little hedge fund, man.
Look at the last time they diverged.
Yeah.
It was a good time to buy.
It's a good time to buy.
This is the biggest revenue or the token price TVL gap since. I don't know.
Hey, Clippers, clip that right now.
Hey, yo, Levi, clip that.
Clip that.
Big time Big A says you can legally loss harvest in crypto, I believe, or I'm in trouble. Don't worry, big guy. I ain't saying anything. They could literally strap me to an electric chair and they're like, was he loss harvesting? And I'd be like, nah, man. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. Loss harvesting? Don't you have to have losses to do that? I only make wins in crypto.
Even if you're concerned, I bet you could buy K hype kicks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I can just do that.
Stake hype, and it has a different price because it's like a little different. It has like a different peg to it, kind of.
Yeah, and wash trading rules only 30 days. So I would only need to hold it for 30 days and then I could swap back.
Yep.
Yeah, just thinking of some get the taxable down, get the carry forward losses up would it be ideal this year. I got to work through some NFT sales. What's Moonbirds up to these days? I still got a couple of those. Should I have sold them all at 15K pop?
I'm going to pull them up. I'm looking at K hype versus hype just to see, like, you kind of almost gain a little bit here over time too.
Is it like a rebuy kind of?
Yeah, it's not like a straight 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Oops.
Moonbirds are still 1.5. That's not that bad. That's like $5,000. I mean, it's down 70%. I could have sold and rebought, but I mean, if my aunt had a dick, she'd be my uncle, right? So
Moonbirds at 1.4 is good.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I still got 2 of those. But yeah, I got about 100K in gains. I gotta try to offset. Add some more losses.
I really want one of these. Did you see the Beeple pieces?
Yeah, I've been hooked on these for so long, dude.
I'm watching them. I think I've talked about it all week. I really want one of these. I think these are going to do well.
You think that's going to stand the test of time?
I think these will.
Shit, dude.
I do too. I actually do too. It was like his breakout moment at Basel.
Was his breakout moment at Basel?
I think it's 250.
Fuck you.
250-ish going to be minted. 187 right now. I'm watching for when they're going to be minting the rest of them, and that's going to be my.
Right. Let me show you the last time I felt what you're saying you felt. Type into OpenSea, type QQL,
and right before that, type in Pixelmon.
Oh God, I love these here. Damn.
I was like, dude, yeah. 20 years from now, I'm going to sell this for $1 trillion because someone's going to want to mint one of these.
I still like the wins of Yamamama.
I think wins will hold up.
Yeah. I like Rafiq Anadol.
Where is...
Here's what I know.
Is it a different collection, the Unrevealed? QQL Mint Pass. There you go.
Here's what I know. I know that I don't know shit about art. I never will. I will not be a good curator of art.
Still 941 of these.
Yeah, so sorry guys. But
you all right?
No. We're all good. Yes, we can wash trade crypto.
Nice. All right. We are all set. I like wins. This is like an AI collection. This is going to be like a snapshot of AI art at the time of.
I do like that. If I was very, very rich and I had a New York City penthouse, I'd put one of these like in the lobby. You know, like when you guys came to my house to hang out and like you walk in and I haven't met you yet. You have to like sit in my like front lobby of my penthouse and like wait for me. And it's a power play. and I put the art there just to show you that I'm way richer than you because I own this art. And then also kind of demeaning you and saying you need more art in your life. So I'm going to make you sweat here for a little bit. And then I come around the corner with some old fashions that I just made myself. And then you're kind of thrown off because you're like, wow, like he made us wait, but like it may be because he was bringing us these old fashions. So now I've really got you, right? Because I got you thinking negative of me, and now you're feeling guilty for that, right? So now you're just a piece of putty in my hand as we sit down to just talk life and catch up.
Right. And you're staring at this and you're wondering, is it repeating or is it just a 1 minute video?
I didn't even know this was video.
Yeah.
Okay, buy one of these for me. I'll pay you back if it goes up.
Yeah, these are pretty nice. I think this is one that stands the test of time as well. I like this. I like squiggles. I like I think also what's like affordable that I've been like having my eye on in terms of art. I kind of like QQL mint passes, but I mean, there's still so many of them. It's tough.
Yeah, I don't know. Just in my head, I thought like my whole thesis back when it was 14 fucking 8 was that that like if you held a mint pass over time, right? Like if these things were wanted over time, then you basically have like, imagine if you had a Picasso mint pass. What would that trade relative to Picasso's? I would say it would trade at a premium because it's the unknown.
Right. It could be anything. It could even be a Picasso.
It could be fucking a Picasso, dude. But the tricky thing with this, I think where they may have messed up on QQL is like you have to like create the piece versus it just being like an RNG, like roll that shit. You know what I mean? Like
it's kind of like you can make some decisions, but it's kind of RNG, like driven.
Yeah, but I think like you could run a bunch of simulations and know exactly what you're gonna get. Look at that little car, dude. That's kind of cool. See, like this shit's cool, dude.
Yeah, like this should be worth a lot of money, I think.
Yeah, it is 69,000 ETH.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking money. That's 23 million. I like that guy. Whoever that guy is, I like him. I want to be friends with you. You're probably not listening because you're rich. How's Botto doing these days? Up 6%. $5 million.
What are those art pieces selling for?
Should we buy the bottom of Botto right now? $5 million market cap, dude. That's like that's 3 days of pump buybacks, allegedly. You got it. You just got to go for the Botto.
Let's wrap this up.
Relief rally to
15 million. Fucking bullshit here. Botto, like, dude, what is it? 2021? Like, what the fuck are we doing? That's gonna do it for today's episode.
Get out of here with your high end.
We're back again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Have a beautiful day. I love you all. Show's been great. Things are great. It's just me here. And that's it. This is what you got. I'll personally be live at 1:30 p.m. streaming Jerome Powell's FOMC and betting on the words that he's going to say. So you better fucking tune in. We'll be live on X and Kick. Have a good fucking day.